updated in the customer table, right? Whoever have confirmed, whoever have purchased a product, oh, their details are available in the customers. Oh, now this data is available to the back office customer care people, because when a customer purchases a product, when a customer purchases a product, this detail should be available to the customer care people also, right? Because you called the customer care and said, sir, man, I purchased your product 3 days back, there is some small issue. Means the customer care people should know your information, right?
Yeah.
That means it should be visible to some different department people, right? It should be visible to the some other admin people. It should be visible to the customer care people. It should be visible to the some other management people. Oh, how many customers we got or how much business we have done. But this details is visible only to the sales people, right? Because this details nowhere required for customer care people. Emma, just you gave your details. Will you call the customer care people and ask, do you think that customer care people have your information? Emma, only lead is there, ma. Only lead. You did not purchase any product.
Yeah.
If you call the customer care people and give your details, will they be able to see your information?
No.
No, because you did not purchase any product, right, from them. You are not a customer for them. How do your details are available? Not available, right?
Not available.
I mean to say, some data should be available only for some people. That means this data is still here only. This data is nowhere updated into the actual customer details.
Database.
Okay, like that. What I'm saying, when a new user is registered, these details are updated only in the temporary somewhere, some location. Once the customer authenticate his account, then only he will become a active customer for them. That's what I mean to say. Like that. In some applications, there is a leads and actual customers like that. Understood, right? So some data,
Yes, sir.
once it becomes here, then it is visible to them. This is a real data for them. Till then, this is only a marketing data for them. This data is available only for marketing people and sales people, because still they can follow up with these people and they can make them as a real customers, right? Yeah.
So, sir, after authentication, the people what happened with the temporary tables? The data is still there, or
Data will be there. So, but the data will move from temporary to actual table, right? It will move.
So, is it duplication, right, sir? The data
No,
is
this
still
data, yeah, it will be there. It will move free here, right?
so it.
Now the data, see that.
Intent?
Wait, I'm telling. If there are if you take a leads, there are 1,000 leads are there, right?
Yeah.
Now in this 100 people become real customers. This 100 records will now show is a real customers. Now in the leads we will see only 900, right? Not again 1,000.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay, like that. Here, let's say for example, 10 customers registered. In that, 2 people have verified their account. So now what is this temporary table will show only 8 records, right? 2 records will move here.
Okay. Got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what is atomicity says, ma? So either if some transaction happens,
100%
either
should
100% should be
pass
done or 0% should
or
be done,
nothing.
right? Not like some percentage done, some percentage incomplete, like. Okay. Anything like that. If you are doing, yesterday I was giving an example. You are transferring money from your account to another account. Okay, amount got deducted from your account, but for some reason it is not credited into the another person account. Now what should happen? There is a failure. Now everything should be reverted back, right?
Roll back.
Yeah, and your account should have the same original balance, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, sir, from your account amount got deducted, but in the other person account it is not credited. Then it is a fault system, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Okay, this is what atomicity says. Next, consistency. Consistency means that's what, yeah. A transaction will always result in a valid state of the database. Okay. That's what, if you see, whatever data we updated in the system, okay, right now the same data should be, if it is required to be reflected, if the data is required to be reflected in multiple places, it should reflect, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yesterday I was giving an example. But when you register a new employee, when new employee is inserted, automatically in the department table also should show the number of employees by increase it by 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So one table shows, let's say 10 employees, but department table, in the department table, total employee shows only 3 employees. That's wrong, right?
Yes,
Total
sir.
employee table shows me totally 10 records are there. But department table shows that in all the departments we have only 3 employees. Oh, this leads to inconsistency of data, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what, consistency of data. We need to see that, in all that, if whatever related tables, right? Whatever related tables will show the same data, right? Not inconsistency. That we
Yeah.
have to see. Is it okay, right? Atomicity and consistency.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so either entire transaction should be done successful or nothing should be done. Not like some part is done, some part is incomplete. Not like that. And all the related tables should show the same data, right? Not one table shows some data, some other related table shows some wrong data. Not like that. Okay, next, isolation. Isolation is, Sima, when there is a multiple transactions are executed. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you. Isolation in the sense, say, for example, yeah, here we need to ensure some kind of locking mechanism. If you take it, okay, let us take, this is a database system. Now, there is a UI where, okay, this is a Make My Trip website. Okay, this is a Make My Trip website. And let us take, this is a Clear Trip website. What do you call this? Is a Clear Trip website. Now, okay, there is a flight. There is a flight from, let's say, from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Bangalore, and there is a flight from Hyderabad to Bangalore today at 5 p.m. And in that, let's say, for example, there are, there are 3 seats available. Assume that there are 3 seats available. This is one scenario I'm saying. This is one scenario. How many seats are available? 3 seats are available. Now, one person from Make My Trip is trying to book the same flight. One seat he is trying to book. And at the same time exactly, there is another person, booking the ticket, one seat he is booking. Exactly same time. Coincidence can happen, right? Like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, say there are so
Sure.
many lakhs of people doing the transaction. There is a possibility that 2 people try to do the same action at the same time, right? Can happen, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happens here if one person is booking this flight exactly now 8:15 ankunama at 8:15 a.m. Oh, one person exactly clicked and submit button. Oh, from Clear Trip also exactly one person clicked it. When 2 people request came at the same time, 2 requests came at the same time, what happens, in the database, actually both will not update at the same time, because both have to update the same table, same record update, same flight record only it should update, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But it will not happen internally. Internally, what happens? At least there is a very fraction of seconds difference, when 2 requests came also, system will take one process first, right?
Yes, sir.
It will take one request. When one request is updating the data, during update, developer have implemented some concept what we call locking mechanism. Database lo we have some locking mechanism. There are locking mechanisms, because when one record is updating the table, it should be locked. That particular record is locked. After update is over, it is unlocked. After update is over, it is unlocked. After update is over, that means now it became how many seats now? After updating, how many seats it became now?
2
seats. 2 seats.
2.
Okay, update is done because one is deducted, right? One seat is minus is done.
Yes.
One seat minus is done. Oh, now after the transaction is over, it is unlocked. Oh, now this request person is trying to book. Oh, still 2 seats are available. For him also booking is done. During his booking also locking is done. During his booking also locking is done. Again, 1 minus is done. And it should show 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Until now, actually, here system will do only one process after the another process. But for end user, what happens? We feel as if both are done at the same time. See, we feel as if it is done both at the same time. But internally system, what it is doing? System is doing only one by one. So there is a locking mechanism available here. Understood, right?
Yes, sir.
But now how many seats are available here now?
One.
One seat. Okay. Now take another situation. Now there is only one seat availability. Now again, two people try to book the same ticket at the same time. Now what happens? One request when it is updating, now it is locked, right? Now one minus, how much it became? Zero.
Zero.
Now other person, any one of the other person request should get an error, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or not? Should get an
Yes,
error.
sir.
రావాలి కదమ్మా. Otherwise, if there is no proper locking mechanism, if it is not doing one by one, if it is not doing one by one, if both are trying to do without any locking mechanism, without that, now both the people are able to get the confirmation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this person also got the same seat and this person also got the same seat.
Mhm.
Now both
Yeah.
of them are coming to the airport, right? With the ticket. What to
Yes,
do?
sir.
This is a fault system, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it should not be like that. So
Yeah.
developer have to ensure that, okay, there is a proper, isolation means if there is multiple transactions, they are executed all at once, the result or state of the database should be same as if they were executed one after the another. Okay. So here in the front end point of view, when we are doing what we do, Emma, when we are doing testing from front end, what we have to do is in such type of applications, Emma, in this type of applications, let us take only there is only one seat availability. Emma, you prepare a test data, you prepare such test data such a way that Emma, you prepare a test data such a way that how many seats are available here?
One.
Then modify chain, you modify or you do something as if all the seats are booking is completed and only one seat is available. The system is showing as if there is only one seat. Hello.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
మీకు అర్థమైందమ్మా వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్?
Yes, sir.
మీరు ఇప్పుడు మీరు టెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు కదమ్మా, యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ టెస్టింగ్ ఇన్ ద టెస్ట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్, రైట్?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
can't
sir.
you update the database such a way that all the seats are booking is completed and there is only one seat availability?
Okay.
My
Yes, sir.
database lo you can write update query kadama, update table name, say that all the seats booking is
Alter.
completed, right? How many bookings are, how many seats available? Let's say for example 100 seats available, how many booking completed? 99. Update in the database such a way that 99 seats booking is completed, right? And only one is pending.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to prepare test data also, right? Sometimes for testing purpose. మీరు మాన్యువల్ అప్పుడు నేర్చుకుంటారు కదమ్మా, when you are doing testing you have to prepare test data, right? For testing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you prepared a data here? You prepared a data as if only there is only one seat available, right?
One seat.
Now
Yeah.
two testers have to work together. Two testers. Now for doing this type of testing, in what you call in manual testing, we also have a terminology, concurrent testing.
Mm.
Concurrent testing. Concurrent testing means two people try to do the same transaction at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, minimum how many testers should be there to perform this? Two testers. Two testers. Both of you coordinate, right? Both of you coordinate each other and try to do the same transaction at the same time and see what happened, what output you got. Okay. So in this case, what should happen? One of you should be able to book the ticket and one of you should get the error message.
Yeah.
Like that you should get. Otherwise, if both are able to get the ticket means, then there is a fault in the database system design. So you have to inform to the developer, man, see, when we tried like this, both of them, we got the ticket. Okay. But in the database system, there was showing only one seat availability. Now we got a ticket. But this total flight seats are 100 seats only. But in the total bookings done, how many it is showing? 101, right?
102.
అంతే కదమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు 100 ఉన్నప్పుడు 1 seat ఉన్నప్పుడు 2 people book చేశారు, ఎన్నైనా 101, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means that's again a wrong data, right? In the total bookings, the transaction table shows that 101 customers have paid the money, but only the total seats are 100 only.
100.
So that is again a inconsistency.
Error.
So these are all we need to see how the developer have designed the database, proper locking mechanism they have implemented or not. Okay, how they implement that we don't know, but there is something is happening wrong in the database, right?
So we need to write the test cases on this, sir.
Yes, no,
Testing.
we need to prepare the scenarios. What are all
That-
different conditions we are testing? We may not have a detailed test case like test case name, priority, steps to run, expected, actual, like that. But at least high level scenario wise, we should have prepared it.
Okay, sir.
Checklist scenario, right? Verify this type of functionality, verify this type of functionality. Like that, we should have prepared all the scenarios.
Okay,
And
sir.
sir, do we have to test on the real database? No, sir, right?
Yeah, correct. But in which environment? Test environment only, right? Not in the production.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Same
Okay.
test environment only.
Okay.
We use tools, sir, for this database testing. Use
Manual
tool.
testing only.
Only manual testing.
Yeah, how you can use tool? You are doing something through front end, you are verifying data in the back end. You gave from, you registered one new user. Emma, when you register a new user, you are giving some data. You have to connect to the database, write SQL query. Oh, whatever fields I entered here, oh, all the fields are available correctly. Data is stored, right? No data is missing. But here I entered 10 fields, 10 input data. In the database also, I should be able to see all the 10 input data, right? We have to manually verify only.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, there is no tools. Database testing is always done manual only.
Okay, sir.
So this is okay. My isolation means.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is atomicity says? Atomicity says that either when we are
100%.
doing a transaction, either do 100% or nothing, right?
Nothing. Yeah.
Consistency means, yeah, if some data is updated in one table, okay, the related tables also should have the same data, right?
Yes,
Not
sir.
like one table shows some data, other table, related table shows old data.
Another
not
data.
Isolation. So when two transactions done at the same time, okay, verify, what is the result of the data, right? How they are updated. Okay, durability. Durability means like, once the transaction is successfully completed, but you got a message. Yeah, you got a message. Successfully user is registered. In the front end application, you got a message. User is registered successfully. User is registered successfully. Or in the front end application, you got a message. Ticket booking is done successfully. Confirmation. Booking is done successfully. Confirmed ticket. You got the details. Once the confirmation is done, once you got a successful message, now the data should be permanently stored in the database, right?
Yeah.
Still the data should not be stored in the temporary location.
Leads.
For example, a customer have placed an e-commerce application you take. I was explaining right in the previous example. Okay, you added some products into the cart. You added the products into the cart. But where are the product information now? All the product details are there in the cart.
Not.
Now, once the payment is done, successfully payment is done, and you got a message, yes, your payment is done successfully and order is placed successfully. Then this data should go into the physical tables, right?
Yeah.
This data should not be still available in the cart only. If still it is in the cart, it is not moving to the physical, the orders table, then this is not a correct data, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, repeated once, sir.
కాదమ్మా మీరు e-commerce application లో మీరు products you added to the cart. అంటే now where is this data? This data is there in the cart tables, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But once you do payment and once the transaction is done successfully, your order is placed successfully, then this data should go into the orders table, right? And show
Yes,
the
sir.
orders
Yes,
what you
sir.
have placed, not still in the cart table, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's
Still
in
the
order.
data is in the cart table. This data is not moving to the orders table. This data is not moving to the orders table. Then that is a
Okay.
wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
So when based on some transactions, we have to see data moves from one table to another table.
Another table.
At this point of time, it is there in the cart table. At this point of time, it is there in the cart table. Whatever you added in the cart, it is there. Okay. But after you buy the product, it should move, right? The same information should move to the orders table. But it is
Yes, sir.
not moving. Still, it is there in the cart table only. Then this is wrong system.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Clear,
what
sir.
durability. Once a transaction is done and committed, once a transaction is committed, no external factors like power loss or crash of the system should change the data, right? Okay. Now, even if something goes wrong or something, there should not be any loss of data, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Data also should be available in the proper tables, not like, still it is here only, it is not updated here. Sir, after transaction is done successful, for some network problem, this data did not move here. It is still in the cart table. It should not be like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So once the transaction is done successful, it is permanently updated means yes, even after 2 days or 3 days, if you come back and see, it should be available. Okay, right?
Okay, sir.
It's not like, sir, I sometimes some system, initial stages, the type of bugs we used to find. Like, sir, yes, we created some data, but after 1 hour, 2 hours, if you come back and see, the data is no longer there in the database. What they have done in the database, somewhere, they are there in the still temporary tables. It is not moved here properly. This data, for front end, it says that the data is, the transaction is done successful. But when we say after some time, when we fetch the data from database, it shows there is no data. Okay, so
Okay.
once let the developer resolve that issues, why it is not there, let them fix it, then we were able to see it. Like issues of time in the initial stages, we'll get this type of issues when a new system is designed. Okay, right. So now what are the important properties you need to look for when you are doing database testing? Acid properties, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. So do you understand these points?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, next, there is something what we call data integrity. So data integrity, okay, but let us understand this terminology. What is CRUD operations? Create, read, update, and delete, right? Create means what we do. We are creating a new record, right? We are inserting a new record.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything, new user registration avachu, maybe new order avachu. It can be new order, right? You are placing a new order or new registration, new flight booking, right? Anything new registration, right? One new record is inserted. Retrieving means we are fetching the data, updating existing data, deleting the record, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so these are all called as CRUD operations. Create, read, actually, retrieve, read, what do you call? Create, read, update, and delete. Create, read, update, and delete.
Delete.
So for any of the CRUD operations, the updated and most recent values or status of shared data should appear on all the forms and screens. Okay. Yeah, this is what the point I was discussing earlier already. What is that? The value should not be updated on one screen and display an older value on another screen, right? So whenever we do create, update, or delete, or whatever we do, okay, so what for all these transactions, all the places in the website should show the same data, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, suppose in one screen it shows new data, in some other screen it shows only old data.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if one new employee is registered, when a new employee is added, automatically department table also should show the number of employees is added by 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Like that. But for example, when a new order is placed, a new order is placed and you purchase a product, so it is there in the orders table. Okay, and you purchase a product and you are a customer for them, because when you purchase a product, you are a customer for them, right? Now, this data should be visible to the customer care people also, right?
Yes.
It's not that customer care people should, says that, no, sir, we are not able to see your data, means then it is a wrong system, right?
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
data
sir.
integrity, right? All the screens, all the places, it should reflect the updated values, right? Whatever we updated, it should be reflected for all the locations, right? All the screens. Like even if sales people see, or if any finance people see, if any customer care people see, this data should be same, right? For all the people.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. And then, for example, a hospital application you take. Sir, when a doctor is written a prescription, okay, doctor has written a prescription saying that, or this is the lab test he need to be, diagnosis, right? These are the, please get these, diagnosis report. Test the doctor has written to get some tests, test to be conducted, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now this information should be visible to the lab technician. This data should be visible to the accounts department, because when a patient comes to the account section, and these people should be able to see, right, what are the tests written by the doctor, and they will say, right, yeah, for this type of test, this is the total amount are like. And this should be visible to the account section. This
Yes, sir.
should be visible to the lab technician also, right? Yeah, after
Yes.
doing the payment. Now this after doing payment is done successfully. Oh, it should reflect in the system such a way that if you directly go to the lab reports place, you should be able to see, right, what are the prescription written by the doctor, and if you have done payment, it should reflect for him also, right? Already payment is done like that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's not that once the doctor writes some test, sir, they are able to see some test, but here he is able to see the test, but not the payment details. But you already did a payment. Now, if this person says that no, sir, we are not having that details, well, that means there is a fault in the system, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if one data is updated, it should be visible to the respective department people. All the data should be visible to the respective department people properly. Understood, ma? So once the technician do the test and all the lab tests are done, and when he write the lab reports, right? When he document that soft copy, then again when you directly come to the doctor should be able to see, right, what is the lab reports information, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the system should have all the data maintained properly, right? That's what data integrity, like whatever we updated, it should be visible to the across all the other department people also, right? Not like one department people see old data, one department people see the new data, not like that. Okay, ma.
So,
Any database operations performed by end user is always one of the above four. One of the things we do only, right? Either we create or read or update or delete, right?
Sir,
So
what is the difference between a data integrity and data consistency?
it's the
Both are
same. Consistency
same,
means it
right?
should be, yeah. Consistency, integrity, both are same.
Yeah.
I would have used data integrity or consistency. Anything is
Okay. Okay.
okay. Here I told data consistency. I told, but here I'm saying what generally operations we do, right? Whenever we create or read or update or delete, for these
Mhm.
transactions, it should be visible right across all the places.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Next, what you call? Yeah. So the same to achieve this atomicity, what the developer should have done. So we need to see that, yeah, that's what, right? When the testing the satisfy the acid properties, to satisfy the acid properties, what the developer should have done, any SQL queries or any transactions they are doing, they should keep between begin, end transaction and rollback, right? Okay, then only it is possible to do this. Okay, without writing the begin transaction, end transaction, they're writing directly SQL queries, then that is a fault design, then it is a
Yes, sir. Fault
fault
design.
design. That means the database queries writing itself is wrong, writing SQL queries, right? Okay, so these things we have to ensure that. Okay, which we already discussed. And then we need to, the another important is, yeah, these are all related to this previous screen, Emma. Here, consistency point of view. This we have discussed, create, update, or delete. This we are talking about atomicity point of view, right? Okay. Okay. Next one, we need to check for the database schemas. Database schema means what is the meaning?